Good morning, viewers. I am currently walking to the internet connection, the farther one, because I need to check the email, see what people thought of the quick update, send it maybe a few emails and whatnot. But I'm gonna get this tripod fixed. I just had it set down on something. So far so good. My leg is much better. It's not really sore anymore. I mean, the pad that's touching against it hurts. I'm already low on battery. That's great. The mosquito bites, I think, caused it, so figured that out. Anyhow, still making the videos, still doing stuff. Computer's rendering right now, and then I'll go back and have the videos saved, because yesterday's episode was pretty long, at like 13 minutes and something seconds, so for sure it's longer in length. I'm bummed about that. There's a lot of content I wanted to squeeze in there, but couldn't because the length was too long, and the content I already had I didn't really want to cut down on, so I tried to cut it as much as possible without ruining the content. And there's a car behind me. Some of you might remember that dog, Snowy, in some vlog way back. I can't remember the number. I'm already losing track. This is 32 or 31, something like that. I need to remember. We're going through a lot of vlogs now that I'm doing the daily and not 3 times a week. And I'm pushing a lot of videos. We're getting close to a total, I think, count of 50 videos on the channel. It would be normally like 60 or 70 if I hadn't deleted the stuff from way long ago. But that's old, little test stuff, and I wanted to put it up and whatnot, so got rid of that. But boy, we are flying through videos, and I am flying through storage like there's no tomorrow. And the secret project does take up a lot of storage. That's another hint. Alright. Oh, almost lost my sunglasses off my hat. That's one thing I don't like about this hat. In here, it's pretty messy. There's bugs living every single corner. But in trade-off, get a network connection over there. So that's definitely the trade-off here. Opening GoPro Studio for the first time right now. See vlog 30 and vlog 29 failed to upload. I stopped it. So far, 4 people have watched it. I don't know who's that dedicated, but that's good. You understand. Fantastic. Yeah. It's just, not many people are sending me in questions or, comments. I do read them occasionally, and I do reply to most of you, if not all of you. So yeah, if you pretty much want to check that out, send a comment or something, go for it. I do read them. I announced in a video that's already been released, the one on my guide to filmmaking that, gosh, I'm trying to remember, that you can send me questions like video editing or something, whatnot, so go ahead and do that. So far, there's only one snap that was sent to me. Jakub Durish, thank you for adding me. Good to have somebody from Slovakia add me. Cool. He's family on the other side. That's great. So more people that can send in snaps, so you're gonna get featured. So I'm not sure why you're not taking the opportunity. It's one way to give yourself a shout out. So in all, I got stuff finished there. Got some emails sent, replied, Snapchatted, so if you guys don't get bored while I'm not uploading, because I can't. I mean, I keep saying this, I could, and I know I'd sit there for ages, but it's not worth the risk of saying, oh, it's 90% and then fails. Not worth it. Lots of people think I'm like an Apple fanboy because, first, I'm wearing the shirt today. Not because of that, because the longer half sleeve, whatever you like to call it, I don't even know the name. I'm wearing it because of that, because it's warm outside and mosquitoes eat me like there's no tomorrow, even with spray on. Second, I carry an iPhone, which I'm not sure why I always carry an iPhone, but usually there's a good reason for it. Number one, YouTube Studio, gotta keep up to date, make changes on the go. Number two, Chrome Remote Desktop, so when I'm not home I can upload videos and whatnot. Number three, it's got all the stuff I need for work on there. And number four, it's got the apps that I need in order to do work, that because I don't have an Android phone that works currently good enough. I have a Moto X. The screen doesn't work because, you know, some of you may remember, if you're a techie, the Moto X, the first generation had this problem where the screen would get all weird and you couldn't use it after a while. It would keep tapping the bottom buttons. Haptic feedback would go off and crazy and stuff like that. So that's why I don't use that. Also, I'm walking here to Hillcrest Road not because of the Wi-Fi, totally not because of that, but because I have the camera, just, you know, playing around with the settings and whatnot. And of course, I never have a charged battery on the GoPro, so gotta make sure it lasts. I have an extra one that I was charging while I was at the center, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. That's the problem when you have this kind of backpacks, you always forget to pull things out and plug them in. I pointed out to some of you that I do use GIMP for photo editing, but mostly now I use it for like creating icons and stuff, because it's more of like a creation tool. Photar, spelled with an F, Photar photo editor. I have a bunch of those photo editor apps from the Mac App Store, you know, basic ad filters, stuff like that. So I use those. But GIMP is like strictly for making stuff, you know, like images from scratch. So I'm headed down once again to the Wi-Fi. No bike, no nothing. Just gonna go down there for 30 minutes. Send another email, check my mail. See when the other guys, or when my parents are gonna arrive here, maybe tonight, tomorrow, I don't know. Just, I'm gonna send them a text message and see when they're gonna arrive, when they plan on coming up, so we'll see. Anyhow, I did edit a bunch of photos, and they look insane. Insanely good for me, I must say. Even though I'm not like the best with this camera, I've learned to use part of the effects and the Photar photo editor. I use that with a mix of Pixlr Autodesk and then GIMP to apply the decal of, you know, so people don't take your photos. So I've made that. It took me like an hour and a half to figure out what I wanted to do for that. And I just came up with it simple. SJR photography, you guys will see it eventually. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna release it. See, now I gotta really think. I did ask earlier today on Snapchat to see who thought it would be a good idea to, you know, throughout my friends and the people who added me on Snapchat, to see if it was a good idea to make the Instagram account. So I made the Instagram and I realized I screwed up. I named it real_SJR. It's on the display right now. It's not that. It's SJR Mac by the time you're watching this. Just SJR Mac. If I can get away with that. If not, the next episode will for sure have the correct name in it. I screwed up. Forgot to name it right. Profile is public, so guys, I'm about to get quick scoped by this midget. Right, so here's actually some photography I did. I'm gonna actually give you a little sneak peek of the future on Instagram. So speaking of which, I'm still gonna get the Instagram deal figured out. Check with that tomorrow. But the main priority is just keep, photography edited. I'll give you a hint. This is a preview. Don't see any of that. Please don't. Preview. Stamp in the corner. There you go. You could be seeing more of that on the Instagram. Profile is public, so check it out.